Viscapers. I'm Caroline Allison, and we're here at Travelcom, and I'm here with David Sifry from he's the founder and CEO of Offbeat Guides. He's a fellow entrepreneur, so we can appreciate that. David, say hi.
Hey, how are you?
So, David, can you share a little bit about yourself and how you got in this business and actually the inspiration for your company?
Yeah, sure. By the way, Offbeat Guides, we build personalized travel guides for over 30,000 different city destinations around the world. We pull in all of the local events, the festivals, the farmers markets, the museum openings, all the stuff that's going on, and not just in the Londons, the Parises, and the New Yorks around the world, but also in the Topekas and the Anchorages and the Nice, France, and all of the smaller cities as well. And then we actually build travel guides for people, right? And these sell for $24.95, or you can get the PDF only if you want for just $9.95, $10, and download it yourself right before you leave for your trip. And Bob's your uncle. You're all set. You've got a great travel guide with all the information that you need. But the way that this started was because, I'm an entrepreneur and I've built a couple of different companies before, and I travel a lot. And so when I travel, I always would be going to these places and not knowing what's going on when I'm here. And I was actually going to a conference in a city called Dalian, China. Okay, and I'd never heard of Dalian before. I mean, by the way, it's this tiny little city by Chinese standards. It's 7.5 million people who live there.
It's New York City size.
Exactly, it's almost the size of Manhattan. And and I went and I looked in all the traditional travel guides, and couldn't find more than 2 pages of information about Dalian. And by the way, when I got there, it was all old, it was all outdated, it was mostly incorrect. And I got back from that trip and I said to myself, why? So can't we do this better? And so that's how Offbeat Guides was born.
Okay, well, great. And by the way, David didn't mention the word custom, but they're custom travel guides that you're doing for people.
Absolutely, totally
and it's
customized.
Assembled in either a PDF or a hardcover.
Yep.
So David, what are the takeaways from this conference?
So I think the conference has been really interesting. First of all, for me, I kind of come from the internet industry and not as much from the travel industry. So just to meet interesting people and and find out kind of how it's running. But also I think we're starting to see some of the fear, right? And that's not to say doom and gloom isn't still there in some areas. But what I'm seeing from our customers, from the people that we're talking to, that we've kind of hit a new normal. And now it's time to, hey, our businesses are still around. Maybe we're only 30% off or 20% off a year ago or 2 years ago, but we still have to make money. We're still looking for ways to differentiate ourselves, and people are still going to be traveling, and that's exciting.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, David. We really appreciate the insights and learning about your company. So
great to meet you, and thanks so much.
So thanks for tuning in, and be sure and check out our blog, blog.viscape.com, for additional footage from Travelcom.